Hello, this is a quick video for Father Keith. You did have a video on about your Savana Banjo, and I did say I'd do a video response. Now I think that was back in February this year. It's now nearly the end of September, so better late than never, I hope. Well, this is what I think is a Savana Banjo. I've had it queried by some folks who say maybe it isn't, because they think the pot's possibly wrong. Now, this is my regular playing banjo. It's in fairly poor condition, but it was in absolutely atrocious condition when I bought it. It was held together with sort of do-it-yourself store brackets. It had a bizarre mixture of brackets and hooks on it. It had an original vellum head, but unfortunately it was torn right through, so I've now got a fibre skin head on it. A homemade bridge, just made that out of I think it was an old spaghetti strainer and a bit of maple. The perch pole I had to adjust. I had to basically put this piece on it so it would sit back properly in order to give me a reasonable action. I had to put guitar tuners on it. These are just some cheap guitar tuners that I happen to have. I know some people might think it's sacrilege to get rid of the original tuners, etc, etc, but they were just not working. Given the state the rest of the banjo was in, I thought, well, I'll put these tuners on because they're something I've got and it makes it playable, so I have no regrets on that one. I've got it strung up with a light set of metal strings. I know there can be some doubt over whether these old banjos can cope with metal strings, but I think with a set of fairly light strings on, it's reasonable. Doesn't appear to have been any movement at all, and I've had it strung up now probably for about 3 years. Nothing seems to be moving on there, and it's just a nice banjo. So that's it. One other banjo I do have, which is most definitely a Savana, is this one. Work in progress, obviously, as you can see. No doubt whatsoever in my mind this is a Savana because it has got a Savana badge on it, which I hope you can see there. It's obviously had a fair bit of play because the fretboard's got sort of divots out on it up at the top end. It's again a spun over pot. It looks like a steamed oak pot with metal spun over. It did have the sort of rectangular brackets on it rather than the sort of hexagonal ones or the rounded ones, and I hope to be able to make something of this. But yeah, it's definitely a Savana. The other one, the pot does seem to be a little bit different and possibly a little bit larger, which I hope you can see from that. And this one also looks like it's got a mahogany, possibly a mahogany pot. It might be stained oak as well, of course. But yeah, well, they're my Savana banjos, and I love them dearly. So yeah, thanks for your video regarding the Savana, and this is mine. Okay, thank you very much. Cheers.